Welcome back to VW Baja Bug. I'm Charlie, and today we are going to make this oil cooler exhaust. This is basically the general idea. Instead of going down with the exhaust for the oil cooler, we're going to go up and out the back for the Baja Bug. I've asked a lot of questions and got a bunch of feedback. And it seems like people want me to try this. So I'm gonna go through the work and we're gonna build this out of metal, this cardboard template here. And we're gonna test it. We're gonna see how it goes. I do have the parts to make this go back stock if I need to. And if it does work, I'll stick with it. Is it gonna be perfect? No. Is it gonna be hammered on and not look very pretty? Yes. I don't really care because it's behind the engine. The only thing I wanna make look nice is the front part. I also wanted to mention I started another channel for my 77 Ford F-150. It's called @FordDentside. Check it out on YouTube. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that truck yet. I may go frame off restore. I may leave it. I don't know. We'll see how deep I get into that, but go check it out. Phase 1 complete. Now for phase 2. One. I'm on fire, dude! I'm on fire! There's 2. And number 4. Okay, we took our original piece that we had and we cut it and laid it all flat and then cut pieces of metal out of it. And now we get to put this all back together, remake this, and then kind of start molding and shaping. So I'm gonna put all this together off camera and then I'll be back and then we can start working on the metal. Excited. We got her all taped back together. This is basically the general idea. Instead of going down with the exhaust for the oil cooler, we're gonna go up and out the back. Now I get to start making these pieces. This one gets bent like so. Really scared because I don't have my gloves on. Oh wait, or does it go like this? Yeah, it goes the other way. I already made my first mistake. That one goes on here. My idea is I'm gonna make a back to this because I figure if this is blowing hot air right directly onto the fan metal, 3 and 4 piston are gonna get hotter because this is gonna get hotter. So I figured I'd make a back and put a little foam spacer or something underneath and put this on first and then mount this onto here. That's the idea anyway. I cleaned all this metal up, ground all the really sharp edges off. It's still a little sharp, but enough. It's good enough where I can touch it. See, there's the inside piece. So this will be on here like this and like this, not directly touching this. So this hot air is not going to heat this up or this up. So when the fan blows through here, this isn't going to be hot blowing onto those two pistons. The way it is now, it just heats this up here. So if your 3/4 side's a little bit warmer, that might be why. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but it's just the way I'm thinking. I think it would help. I'm definitely going to have to do some trimming, and grinding and cutting and shaping. So a lot of this you're going to see in, you guessed it, say it with me, super speed. I really need to find my bodywork stuff. Comical, right in front of my face. Now I need a couple pieces of cardboard. That's going to mimic my squished down foam. And we'll say right about there. One more piece, maybe two in here. Okay, these two pieces are for the fins inside. I'm gonna instead of the air blowing directly out, the air cleaner for the dual carburetor is gonna be right here. So I'm gonna aim this air that way. So I'll weld these in, but we'll do that toward the end when I get this big piece where I want it. This is the big one. This is the important one. So here's all the cuts I made. This big one with a bend here, that's probably going to have to be a little longer. We'll get to it when we get to it. But that needs to be bent down, and this needs to be wrapped around to create this. And the same on this side. We'll see how it goes. Sounds like I got company. Someone's pulling in. We'll see. Either that or there's a delivery here. So there's our inspiration. What is my motivation? I don't know. Yeah, somebody's here. It was my birthday yesterday, so my brother said he might stop over. That might be him. What's up, bro? Want to be on YouTube? No. Okay, I'll turn this off. I'll be back. Alright, that was my brother stopping over to give my birthday present. Alright, let's keep shaping this thing. Try and get as close to this puppy as we can. I guess we can take this off. We already kind of got that. So this is what I'm going after. I gotta get this and then this shaped like this, and then I might have to make a couple relief cuts in here to make this part fold under like that. We'll see. I'll wail on it for a while, and you can watch it super speed as I shape this thing. All right, we're pretty close. So I'm going to start moving on to these other two parts. Alright, this is going to be the fun part. This shape right here has got to happen somehow. And I might have to do some cutting. I might just cut this little piece off here, get this all shaped in, put in there nice, and then I can get this all lined up on the top of here, like so, for the top of the oil cooler. Because when we're whaling on this, we're deforming this. So, you know what? Let's zip that off right now. I thought I could do it all in one piece, but there's just too many curves. I don't want it square box. I want it kind of curved. Yep, it's voice time. This metal is a little tougher than I thought, especially when you're trying to bend and contour. I wish I had some kind of an English wheel or something, but I don't. It's starting to get there. Transitions, relief cuts, it's a lot of work. I'm sure you don't want to see real-time video of this getting hammered for 3 hours, so you know what comes next. Super speed! All right. I'm getting there. I'm mangling this. But I'm going to continue, and when I get a little bit closer to where I want it, we'll come back. All right, I've been wailing on this thing for about an hour, hour and a half. And I got it pretty close. Ready? Well, bam. It's got 1,000 hammer marks in it. There's the old pin. I just used to go like this. But now I'm trying to keep this angle, so I basically got it the same angle. As you can see, it's right there. Trust me, I'm a little shaky from all the hammering. Can't wait to break out my Vulcan welder, aka Spock, and start tacking this puppy together. But we're gonna keep jamming on this. I feel like I'm making some progress. I'm gonna start cutting a little bit of the extra stuff off of here. I still got some more shaping to do, but I need to get rid of a little bit of this so I can see where I'm going. Remember the other channel I was talking about? I just had about $1,500 worth of parts dropped off. Got a bunch of stuff ordered before the tariffs hit. All the stuff I pretty much knew I needed is in the house. So check out the other channel. Maybe I'll do an unboxing of all that stuff. All right, now I just gotta fold that over. I think we're gonna head to the vise to start fine-tuning some of this. All right, I'm going to cut that off, and then we'll break out Spock. I'll weld that, grind it flat, and go from there. So that looks good. The ridge here is ground off. So time to weld this seam, and then we can start lining up our pieces and hopefully do a little shaping and start tacking and work our way from the bottom up. Spock is fired up. Spock has gas. Found out last time I was welding, I was pretty much out of gas. So humid today, I'm fogging up my mask. Yeah, I can't see. Kill some lights. hard time seeing. This is not going well.
I think I might need to reposition.
You and me. It's always the little things. You think this is going to be, oh yeah, real quick, I'll weld this. Nope. May have ground a little bit too much off of this side and made the edge of this thin, and I'm kind of blowing through it, but it's going to probably take 1 or 2 rounds to go over this and get her done, but it is what it is. Grind that down, see what we got. Okay, good to go. Now we can get back to shaping the oil cooler exhaust. There's your reason that it was fogging up my mask so bad. It's basically 100% humidity right now. All right, let's get back to it. Well, it's about an hour and a half later, and I'm starting to get to the point where I want to start tacking things down. So I'm going to tack this piece down to here, a couple spots, try to get it to stay still, and then I'm going to start working on that piece to mesh it into here, and we'll go from there. It's stuck in place. Now we've got to start figuring this out. But we're getting close. I think, anyway. I'm going to get this as close as I can. And I'll curl these back around and weld it to this piece. So, you get the idea. Let me get to it. It's not perfect, but it's tacked together. Check it out. Got a big space here I'm going to have to work out. I just could not get around that because of the angle that I wanted. Coming together. I got it right down to the Hoover bit down here. I'll either bend this up or I'll bend this down. We'll see how it goes. I would like to bring this part down to here. The problem is once it's welded together in this shape, it's really hard to manipulate the metal because you can't get to both sides. I can either fill that with another piece. This relief cut worked out okay. We're getting there. It's starting to get late. I've been out here since 2:30, 3 o'clock. Time to wrap it up. Stay tuned for part 2. Until then, get out in the garage, get something done. Man, I need new gloves.